All right, guys, we are in Nashville, Tennessee. We drove a couple hours south of my hometown, which is up in Kentucky, just to come through Nashville to check out the thrifting scene before we jet back home to Phoenix so we can go back to our own magical land of thrifting. We're very excited about it. We're excited to squeeze one more day of thrifting out of this cross-country thrifting trip that we've taken. This wasn't exactly in the plans, but when we looked at the map and said, hey, it's only like, it's the GPS from my front door at home said it was an hour and 58 minutes away, so we figured it's worth it. So let's go in here to the bins, see what we can find, and we'll come back here, tell you everything that we got, and then we'll leave you guys for a little while and we'll drive home. We got a long way to drive, 1,200 miles, 20 hours straight. No, from here it's probably gonna be 24 hours straight. It's rip, fam, but let's check out this bins. All right, guys, I can't even begin to tell you how excited I am for this. There are so many Goodwill bins all around the country, and they're all different, and I'm going to go to all of them, so you guys don't have to. You can sit right in your living room, right in your bedroom, right wherever you are on your cell phone. One day soon, you'll be able to sit there and watch all of the Goodwill bins, because I plan on going to all of them way sooner than you might think. And as you guys do watch, be sure to comment below and let me know how interested you are in seeing a whole series of Goodwill bins all across the country. So far, I've only done a video on 2 or 3. I've got a couple more coming up actually this week that you'll be able to see. We stopped at a few more of these on the way back home during our cross-country trip. But I want to know below for sure if you guys are into this, because some people maybe aren't into the bins as much as they are regular thrifting, and I understand that for sure. This is not for everybody, and I understand plenty of you don't have access to one of these bins close to where you are. But despite that, I'm hoping there's still enough of you that are curious like I am about all of them and want to see the differences. And so far, the differences aren't jumping out yet. They tend to take a little while. You know, there's different ways in which they bring out the bins and let you dig through them. Sometimes they rope off whole parts of the building and restock them. Sometimes they just drag out a new bin and say, hey, everybody fight over it. But at this point, I've not been here for any new bins yet. So I'm rushing around the store, checking my normal sections, looking for video games like this empty DS case, before a new section opens. Because what's probably going to happen is they're going to bring out some new bins and immediately take away all this stuff, and I won't be able to find these little knickknacks. Like I'm finding loose PlayStation 1 manuals. I don't know why, but that's a pretty typical kind of random thing that happens at the bins. And I've already found a Minecraft book too. Pretty happy about that. I really feel in my gut there's probably more PlayStation 1 stuff in here, but I'm going to have to just dig quickly and not go piece by piece, because I know this store is probably going to start moving and leave me behind here real soon. It's a little bit difficult to make out what's going on here, but there are probably 40 or so different cardboard boxes all along this wall, and people are lined up waiting for this part to open. Their hands are on the box, but they're not allowed to be digging on it. And as soon as somebody walks out of the back room and says, okay, you can go, these people will start digging through these boxes. And this is quite a bit different from my home bins. Back in Phoenix, they cut off a whole section of the room and no one's allowed to go over there while they restock. And this is one of probably 5 or 6 different methods that I've witnessed on the road of how they bring out new product. And that's always interesting to see. Every time I think that I've seen it all, I go to a new Goodwill bins, and they do it differently there. Another thing that is pretty different from bins to bins is kind of the frequency of what gets brought out. Because, you know, some Goodwills are going to be in different kinds of areas in terms of population and demographics, and there's just going to be more donated, so there's going to be more that comes out. So like at my home Goodwill bins, you don't really have to wait more than a few minutes sometimes to see fresh books and see fresh product. But I was actually here several hours a day and never once saw them refresh the books, and that was kind of a bummer. But who knows if that's just how much is being donated or if I'm just here at a bad time of the week. You just never know. There's so many variables. But I did find myself a brand new iPhone case, which is good because I just took my iPhone case off my iPhone, which, by the way, I just replaced the screen on a couple days ago. So I needed to get it back in the case. The case I had was busted. And this one's nice. It's very rigid. I've been enjoying having it quite a bit. And as you can see there on my phone, I was checking my Discord. I didn't even realize that that was happening. But if you guys aren't members of our Discord, you should definitely join our Discord. We're over there chatting about all the stuff that I'm finding on the road, as well as other viewers. They are commenting and sharing photos of stuff that they find in real time. So go join the Discord if you're into that kind of thing. Here's another example of how they're all lining up by the bins. They've all got their hands on it. I'm telling you, if this sort of thing happened at the Goodwill bins that I frequent back home, you would get kicked out for even touching the bins. So that's not a big deal. Obviously, the rules are different. No one's getting kicked out here, but it's kind of just funny to my nerves watching people dig around and kind of look at these bins before it's time, because they're very strict back in Phoenix, and that would be a no-go. So it makes me nervous even to approach those bins here, but I'll get used to it. Once they finally opened this section up, I kind of just pranced around looking for something to pop up that maybe I wanted to grab, and I spotted this vintage Ghostbusters board game. Why did I say Butters? Ghost Butters. What a weird slip of the tongue. Maybe I'm thinking about popcorn. I don't know. But I was very happy to find it. I couldn't really tell then and there if it had all of its pieces, but it was very light, and it's pretty cool, and I've got a couple older board games like this in my storage unit, and maybe I'll just use those as trade bait one of these days. Maybe I'll run into somebody who has a fat stack of Wii games and says, man, I like those board games, and I'll be like, man, I love those Wii games. Tradesies? Tradesies. And I also found a lot of Nerf gun stuff here, which is pretty funny because the last time I came to this bins, I was pretty much doing nothing with my time but reselling Nerf guns, and that was actually going pretty well at the time, and I left here with what seemed like a car full of quality Nerf guns. So I'm not super surprised to still be finding some pretty good Nerf stuff there. Being that we are smack dab right sandwiched in between Kentucky and Tennessee, you'll not be surprised to find that we found a bunch of Spurs and cowboy hats, which is not something that we're really into. We do definitely sell a lot of Western jeans. But I grabbed these Spurs and thought about maybe getting them for my dad and didn't know, and threw them in my bag and ended up just buying them because they were in my bag. I guess you probably wouldn't be surprised to find out how much that happens. And also, some of you watching might recognize these glasses. I have an orange pair that I've worn in a lot of videos because I found them at a Goodwill bins once upon a time. So I'm probably going to get those. I'm finding more and more and more empty game cases, which is a bummer. There's lots of good empty game cases here, but I'm still going to buy them. It's always nice to have extras. And I want you to look at this. This freaked me out. I was digging around and boom, the lights went out and it came right back on. So nobody really freaked out. But as the lights were flickering, I found a Minecraft arrow, which is cool because I don't have a green tipped one. I have just a regular one. So I'll be adding that to my Minecraft collection. I also found a lot of loose cards for card games here, which is funny because the last Goodwill bins video that we did, found a bunch of loose cards, so I'm just going to stack these up and put them in the bag with those other ones. And then before we go, we can talk about prices real quick. I got snapshots of all the signs hanging around. So $1 per pound for textiles. So basically anything fabric, all of the bed linens and stuff that you'll find in here, you can get out of here for $1 per pound. And the prices here are pretty interesting because it's really standard back in Phoenix where I live. It's just a very blanketed price per pound, but they split stuff up here quite a bit. So other home goods, $1. So it seems like most things here in this particular bins are going to be $1 per pound, but there are a few other things that they separate. Like shoes. They are charging a little bit more for shoes than regular items, but they're also, interestingly, just for shoes, giving you a discount if you buy so much weight. I thought that was really interesting. Just that specifically, shoes, they're selling for less in bulk. I'm not sure why only that item gets that treatment, but again, this is why we're doing this. It's very interesting to go from bins to bins and see these differences. And just in case your Spanish is terrible, here's that same sign in English. But now, let's go back outside into the parking lot. Let's talk about all the stuff that Hannah and I just found. All right, guys, that was an awesome trip to the bins. I got a lot of random stuff. This was super random. How much did you get?
I got a bag and a little extra.
1.5 bags?
1 in 1 bag, technically.
All right, well, let's go through Hannah's clothes stuff real quick, and then we'll go through all the insanely random junk that I got.
So, I mean, 1 bag and 1 bag.
Oh, so. You got a bag full of stuff and a bag. Very nice.
The bag is cute. It's straw. They're popular. I got 2 different denim jackets. This is the less cool of the 2. This is a Jordan. Still, you know, decent. The other denim jacket is a Levi's, but it's not super old. It's just a nice Levi jacket, so.
We sell denim jackets for like $25 minimum, so those are a no-brainer.
This I got.
Hold on, wait. You're not gonna talk about this?
Oh, I didn't see that.
Okay, so it's just a normal Levi jacket, and I only just spotted this. Do you know what this is, Hannah? Capsule Corp? I just told you. I just told her what this was maybe a week ago. We were in a mall, we were in a Spencer's, and we were talking about a specific item from this. You know what this is, and I told you. Do you remember? You're not gonna remember. Capsule Corp. It was a show, it was a TV show, and I was telling you about it, and they make things small. Come on, you gotta get it.
It's not Ant-Man. It's
Capsule Corp. It's Dragon Ball Z.
Oh, okay.
They have these
That's
capsules.
right, with the cars. Okay.
Now she remembers. They put their cars and other things inside these little capsules. And
That's so cool. This I got for me. It's just pretty.
oh, you're gonna wear that?
I can wear it to work.
I'm into it.
Same with this. Just some vintage pants. They're not that old, but they're yellow pants and I like them. So this though is really pretty. It's a nice 60s dress.
Oh wow, that's old.
Yeah, this is one of those dresses when you think of the 60s, this is what you think of.
Very nice.
This is really pretty. It's a vintage cape.
Wow.
A little mini cape.
It doesn't have sleeves. It's literally a cape.
And then you got little pockets for your arms.
It's I don't know if that's dumb or awesome.
It's really cute. I'm pretty sure my mom had a shirt just like this in the 70s. Super pretty. Just pastel. And a jumpsuit.
Oh wow. We do really well with jumpsuits. That's a banger right there. That's some really good finds.
Yeah.
We were really crowded in there, so we were split up the whole time. I didn't see her get anything, and she didn't see me get anything whatsoever. So that's all your stuff. Let's go through what I got. First of all, Nerf Guns. This is a interesting Nerf gun. It flips around. It's like a transformer. It does a bunch of weird stuff. But I only bought it because it's the see-through one, and I don't have one of these, so I picked that up. And then a shotgun from the Zombie series. I do resell Nerf guns, and this one is one that I've sold a few of. Every time I find it and put it up on eBay, I get several bucks out of it. But I don't have anything listed on eBay right now. It was something we were about to start doing. If you remember a specific video from maybe a week and a half ago, we said we were gonna get a little bit more into reselling on the channel. And those plans were a little bit rearranged by a funeral we had to go home for. But that's all right. We're gonna get back home soon and get back to that. I've got a storage unit full of Nerf guns that are ready to go, and those will be added to them. So I got so much random stuff. A Ghostbusters board game. And I threw this up on our Discord and asked the guys on there if I should get it or not, and the consensus was that yes, I should definitely get this. So if you wanna get a little bit of a sneak peek when we're shopping and keep up with this, sometimes live, like we're talking about in real time, what we're at the thrift store buying before it goes up on the videos, you should go join our Discord. The link for that is below. It's just a place to chat. That's really all it is. And we've already chatted about that on the Discord. So let's keep moving. More Nerf stuff. Cricket. That's what I call this one. The Noisy Cricket.
Series 4 deatomizer.
That's what I'm talking about.
Noisy cricket.
And then a clip for a Nerf rival gun. Spurs. I don't know that we meant to buy those, but they were really nice. I'll give them to my dad. It's kind of a bummer because I just saw my dad. We were just in town for a couple days. Could have handed him a brand new pair of Spurs. He just showed me a picture of a horse on his phone just yesterday, last night at dinner, and said he was helping break this horse in. He would have liked to have had those. Let me get the rest of the randomness out of the way. This, do you know what this is?
No.
Jet boil. This is a cooker. This is a camping cooker. And I know what it is because it's quite expensive. Me and my brother both wanted one for our bike packing setups because it's ultra light and you can cook food. I mean, you can cook coffee in it. It just reassembles. This goes on here. The propane goes on here and you control the flame here and you cook stuff inside the cup. Very happy to grab this. I have a much cheaper version of this, but this is quite a bit more expensive at REI or any outdoor store than the current cooker that I have. And it's a lot more lightweight because this is made of titanium. Like this, feel how light that is.
Oh wow.
The only part that's heavy is the element that processes the butane. Propane. Is it butane or propane? Propane. I sell propane. and propane accessories. What show's that from?
Don't know.
I don't like it when people ridicule other people for not seeing certain things, so that's not what this is. I just quote it so much. I don't know how you don't know.
I can't remember.
Comment below if you know. Propane and propane accessories.
Oh, is it King of the Hill?
Yes. Well, the accent was wrong. That's why you didn't get it. The accent was wrong.
Just be a second. That's a clean burning hell, I tell you what.
Next up, a Minecraft arrow. This is awesome because I have a Minecraft bow, but I don't have any green tipped arrows. What is that? Patrick, what is this? A poison dart? Comment below. All right, what else? So that leaves a bunch of kind of video game stuff and not really video game stuff. Like here's more Minecraft. This is the Redstone Handbook. This is one I don't have, so I'm very happy to grab that. There's a whole series of these Minecraft books, and I've been collecting them. We love some Minecraft here. Next up, let's just go through all this. A wildly ridiculous stack of video games. But guess what? There's no discs in here, almost. I know, right? Hannah saw my bag and she's like, oh, you did good. And I was like, oh yeah, you did good too. Well, surprise, you did great. And I did okay. I bought a bunch of stuff that's cool and that I wanted, but all these cases are empty, and this is the only game I got. Hulk, the Incredible Hulk for PlayStation 2. And I know for a fact, and you guys are actually gonna see this before I get home, so let me know if any of you remember. I brought home an empty Hulk case several videos ago, and I don't remember if it was PlayStation 2, but if it was, we're in business. But I think it was like Xbox 360 or something, or Wii, I don't know. Might have been something else. This is kind of funny. I got a stack of manuals. Here we go. Two of the front-facing manual for Gran Turismo 2 for PlayStation 1. I got two of the same one, and then the companion manual with that. But I couldn't find the case or the disc or anything. That's real silly. But as far as these empty cases go, I'll run through them real quick, just in case you're curious. Most of them have manuals, just no games. What does this say? Stickers covering it. My Spanish coach. Bummer, that would have been cool. Def Jam Fight for New York. Baja 1000, the official game. And then Ultimate Spider-Man for PlayStation 2, I would kill for that to be in there. Connected Ventures, that Spider-Man game would have made today worth it for sure. And then a board game, DS case is empty, and Build-A-Bear Workshop, didn't know that existed. I'm actually pretty excited about those empty DS cases because I can't quite get enough of those. Same for PlayStation 2 cases. But I'm also getting to the point where I have so much extra loose stuff and I've got it all in this one big box. I'm gonna have to go home and look. There's a good chance that I might have some of those games loose, so we'll see. Next up, PlayStation 2 controller. It's a little dirty, but it's actually in good condition and it's springy. So I buy these if they're in good condition, but I pass up on way more than I don't buy. And then, people that have been a fan of the channel for a while will recognize this. I have a pair of these, but in orange. But I actually like these better.
They're nice.
I should wear the orange ones and you should wear these.
Done.
And then really, that's pretty much it, except for this bag of miscellaneous, which just has a bunch of cards in it. These are Bakugan cards. I don't really have any desire to collect these, but I've got a big box of trading card games, etc. And when I find a handful of these, I buy them up and put them in that box, and that's just all there is to it. Also, a Yu-Gi-Oh card. Loved me some Yu-Gi-Oh growing up. Look how random is this? 3 mega Nerf darts. These don't fit any of the guns I just bought. And then that's actually the stand for that cooker that I got. As a matter of fact, I only had half of that cooker in the store, and somebody found the rest of it and gave it to me. So people here are pretty nice. And then a Luigi and a Dr. Octopus. But that is everything that we got, guys. How do you feel about the Nashville BINS?
It was exhausting, but it was good.
Why was it exhausting?
There's just not enough space for all the people.
Yeah, there's about as many people here at this BINS as is usually at our BINS in Phoenix, but it's about half the size. So it made it really cramped, and it was really hot in there. Well, it's not hot, it's humid. The thermometer probably says it's about 70 degrees, but it just rained. You can probably see these clouds in the background. It's very humid here right now. So we kind of thought, oh man, we're about to walk outside and it's gonna be even hotter, but we walked outside and it was the same temperature. No breeze, it just doesn't feel great. But that's the Midwest, that's where we are. I'm from about 2 hours north of here in Nashville in a little town in Kentucky, and it's humid there. I'd say I'm used to it, but I think I've gotten used to Phoenix more, to be honest. I've gotten way more used to Phoenix's dry, no humidity. I'm excited to go back to it, which we're actually going to wake up tomorrow, and that's where we're going to be heading back home. So I just want to give a special big thank you to all of you guys that have watched this big, long trip that we took cross-country going thrifting. It has been a blast. We've bought a lot of stuff, and you guys should definitely look for a recap video when we get back. We shot other stuff that didn't make it into these videos, and we did other things, and we're going to just do one big recap video when we get home. But thank you so much for watching, guys. Do me a favor before you leave. Join that Discord like we talked about. Also, go follow us on Twitch. We're over there streaming Minecraft. It's a heckin' good time. And also here on YouTube, hit that like and subscribe button like this.
Ow!
And then hit that bell notification like this. I'm just kidding. That way you'll get notifications when we post videos like this in the future. And when you get a notification in the future, you can come and hang out with us then. And until then, guys, peace out.